Hey everyone, it's me Sabrina. Welcome to my channel, The Hopeful Minimalist. It's a safe space for handbag admiration. So if you love handbags, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. Today's video is going to be a quick one. I'm actually following up on a topic that I briefly mentioned in my previous video regarding the Marc Jacobs Sack bag and the Louis Vuitton Graceful MM. Now in that previous video, I talked a little bit about how I love the Marc Jacobs Sack bag and how using them has made me definitely consider selling my Louis Vuitton Graceful MM. I wasn't able to really give you a comparison in that video or even a visual regarding what I was talking about. So today, that's what I want to do. But first, the bag of the day is the Coach Cassie 19 in the color chalk. And I have this beautiful tea rose charm from Coach adorning the bag today. And I'm also using a different strap, which was a bit of an experiment for me today. This strap is from the Coach Original Tabby in the color chalk, of course. And the little leather loop here has slipped off. I hate when the leather loop that we use for our straps becomes loose, or it just comes loose, like it arrives to you loose, because it can slip right off like that. And this one had actually slipped completely off of the strap, and I had to search for it on the floor of my closet. If anyone has any hacks or DIY tips on how to make this little, I don't know what this is called. It's like a belt loop for the purse strap. If you know how to make it fit any more snug, please let me know. Anyway, this was the bag of the day, and the strap was very comfortable. As you probably know, the Coach Cassie 19 comes with a really thin leather strap for the crossbody strap. So this is the strap that the Cassie 19 comes with, and it's fine. I mean, the Cassie 19 is a small bag, but it's a small bag that carries a lot, so it can potentially get pretty heavy on your shoulder because you can see how it can expand with these 3 compartments. So if you compare the width of these straps, you can see how this one could definitely come in handy and give you more comfort when it comes to carrying this bag if it's heavy. Chalk is my favorite color from Coach. Similar to how my favorite color from Saint Laurent is the Vintage Blanc or Blanc Vintage. Love beiges. Anyway, that is not what we're here to talk about today. So let's look at those bags. Now this is going to be a pretty non-technical comparison of these 2 bags. So I don't have any tape measures or rulers or scales to compare all of the specs. I really just kind of want to talk about how the bags make me feel and how they check the box or did not check the box for me when it comes to a Hobo bag. So I'll start with this one because I got this one first. This is the Louis Vuitton Graceful MM. I don't think that this bag comes in a GM, but it does come in a smaller size, which is the PM. And I bought this bag because I sold the Artsy. I thought this was the most similar bag available. The Artsy, the top handle just was too short for me. I liked to wear it on my shoulder like this, and if you are familiar with the Artsy, that handle is just, it's really not great for wearing it on your shoulder. It's kind of stiff. It's a braided handle, and I just could not get with the handle. So I sold that and got this instead, and I wanted a Hobo bag. Like, that is what I was looking for when I got the Artsy and when I got the Graceful. And although this bag is super slouchy, there's a lot of canvas material that's really soft, comfortable. It makes for a great slouchy bag, but in my opinion, it doesn't make for a great Hobo bag. A Hobo bag has some curvature in the top. And when you look at the overall shape of this bag, it's square. The curvature that it does have is here in the top, but it curves upward. It doesn't curve downward, which is what you would typically see in a Hobo bag. And one might say, well, the Hobo characteristics come into play when you are holding the strap, but for me, it just doesn't behave like a Hobo bag. And instead of drooping in the middle, it just folds in a very weird way. Like, you can see kind of what it's doing. Sometimes it will fold like this and it will just go from left to right. Other times it just folds like over on itself like that. But neither of those ways is like giving me a Hobo bag aesthetic. It's just slouchy and kind of awkward, for me at least. And so I kind of just dealt with it because I was like, well, it's a Hobo bag and that's how Hobo bags behave. And not until I saw the Louis Vuitton, I think the Loop Hobo, and more recently I saw the LV Slouchy, I was like, that's a Hobo bag. The Graceful MM is not ever going to scratch my Hobo itch because it's not the right shape. The cut of the material is, look how wide it is. It's basically square, like I said, and this is the only thing that can give the appearance of it being a Hobo bag, and that's all due to the strap. The sack bag, when we look at it again, I'll show you the shape difference and why it's satisfying my need for a Hobo bag, because it's just shaped like a Hobo bag. This one is not. This bag it's great. It's soft. This is the softest canvas that I have. It's huge. It fits a lot of stuff. I've traveled with it on several occasions. It's like wide open. It has a huge zipper compartment inside it. Like, it's huge. When I use this, I use a lot of SLGs because, you know, if you want to feel secure, then you're going to have smaller zip-up pouches to keep all of your things in order and to prevent them from falling out. But nice bag, comfortable bag. It's just not giving Hobo to me. Okay, so this is how the Graceful MM looks on my shoulder. And it would look a little bit different if I had something heavy in it, but not a whole lot different. It's still not ever going to dip in the center the way I want it to, because it's just not made that way. It would have to be curved in this area. And I have been so desperate to like make this a Hobo bag where I even tried like folding it in like this to kind of give the illusion of more of a Hobo bag. And I was like, you know what, you're gonna just ruin the bag by doing that. But this is kind of the shape that I want this bag to have, but it's just not, it's not made for that. And so now that I have a bag that's doing that on its own, that is why I feel like I would definitely consider selling this, because this is what I want it to do. And it won't ever do this on its own. And I'm not about to fold over the bag like this to get this look. This is the other bag that we will look at today. It's the Marc Jacobs, the Sack bag. This is the size medium, but it is huge. It comes with this pouch that also connects to a D-ring inside the bag. So it's a wide open bag as well, but it does have this organizer built in to keep your things secure, and it has very strong magnets. The Graceful MM, mine at least, has very weak magnets. What you'll notice immediately is the difference in the shape. So there's the curvature that we talked about that the Graceful MM did not have. This bag has that curvature. So it's going to be, it's a Hobo bag. Like, that's what it was made to be. That's what you're gonna get when you put it on your shoulder. It's going to dip there in the middle and give you Hobo slouch. And that is what I wanted the Graceful to do, but it's just not made to do that. You look at the shape of this bag, you can see the difference. The curvature is there, and of course the way the handle is made also makes it function as more of a Hobo, but the overall shape is already there. So here they are side by side, and my makeshift Hobo of the Graceful, and then the natural Hobo aesthetic of the Sack bag. And you can see the difference. Now I'm going to put the Graceful back to normal. And you can see how it does a weird fold, and it's not giving me Hobo, at least. Here's the Graceful. And that's how it tends to look when I don't have a lot in it. I think you can easily see the difference. So I hope that this visual has helped you if you happen to be on the market for either of these bags, if you are looking for a good Hobo bag. I don't want to discredit the Graceful MM. I think it's a great bag. It's very popular. I've been struggling with just trying to make it be a Hobo bag when it's really not that shape naturally. But this is categorized as a Hobo. This, on the other hand, I think is a great option. It has the Sack bag on there. It's pretty subtle, especially in this color. And you can always flip it around to the other side if you just don't like having the Sack bag there all the time. I'm loving this Sack bag so much. So if you have questions about either of these that I didn't answer, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments. I hope that you have enjoyed the video and it has been helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Here is a better view of the Graceful MM and the Marc Jacobs, the Sack bag. I had them both empty in the video, so here I'm just putting in a heavy package of wipes to show you how they'll both look with something inside. Hope this helps.